Energy in the studio today.
It is Monday, although it's really Tuesday for us because we were shooting yesterday.
Yeah.
We lost a day of our
we had
weekend.
to work on a weekend. We come in at noon, though.
I come in at 2, usually. Hey, everybody, I'm Olivia Munn. We're coming to you live from the G4 studios right here in Los Angeles.
Tell them what's on the show, Olivia.
Coming up on today's Attack of the Show, Kobe Bryant, or Kobe Bryant, jumped over a car for Nike. Now the kids are doing it, too. Find out which phones get broken in around the net. Then Yahoo is still up for grabs. And who's going to buy it? Google, Microsoft, Kevin? Find out in the loop.
Not me. Plus, ever want to create a fireball without spending 9 years in wizard school? We'll give you these step-by-step instructions. And getting lost in the woods has never been this high-tech. We're going to show off Garmin's new Colorado 400T GPS and gadget upon us. The 400T, people.
Yes, very exciting. But first,
thank you.
That's the producer for Gadget
He's like, I like it.
I like it.
I'll spend all weekend polishing it like a gun.
You guys, we are going to post some bail for the internet's most abusive offenders.
The top 5 web items of the day when we go around the net. What a week on the chance today. We'll get it better. It's Monday. We're getting into it.
The beauty is like it's 3 guys. Well
They
done.
try. Throw
Well
down a
done.
Triscuit. They get confused. All right, we're going to start off around the net with a little bit of history. Today's number 5. It's about saran wrap, which is one of mankind's most useful inventions, and it was actually born accidentally in a lab in 1958.
That's right. Now,
Like
the
my father.
scientist, like your father, was accidentally
Born in a lab, yeah.
In the lab. Okay.
I want to talk about it.
Now, the scientist who made saran wrap, he was trying to invent a hard plastic cover for his car, but was delighted, if I might say so, with the usefulness of his accident. You can store food, make airtight seals, get revenge on one of your roommates.
Pat's pissed, so Ryan's making him more mad, so then he's probably gonna hit his head off that.
I love that.
Saran wrap is really great for those retaliation pranks, like, you know, the old cover the toilet seat prank.
Yeah, or to covering someone's face. I'm just saying. Or for Turkish leftovers. You guys ever tried to do Turkish leftovers with Rubbermaid? It doesn't work. You get a little saran in there.
Does anybody know what a Turkish leftover is? Kevin told me. It's when you... No, I'm not allowed to tell. I got in trouble the other day for something I said to the user-creative people. Anyways, our number 4 item comes to us from the frozen wasteland of Antarctica. The video itself is a bit old, but it's coming back up to the surface of the interwebs today.
Yes, in Antarctica, there are 3 types of weather known as conditions. And as you'd imagine, they're all pretty horrible right across the board. The worst, though, is called Condition 1.
That's right. Now, during Condition 1, wind speed is at least 55 knots. Visibility is less than 100 feet, and the wind chill is negative 100 degrees or lower.
Yeah, it's actually forbidden to go outside during these times. So, you know, your snow days never look like this.
No.
I'm going to show you what it's really like, what a Condition 1 in Antarctica is really like. This is the entryway to our dorm. Normally this has carpet on the ground and the walls are just normally walls, you know, but we're going to open the door right now. It's a little bit like opening up the door to another world. Are you ready? It's a little bit blowy out there right now.
It's like you open the door to another world.
It was a portal, like peeking into my closet. Demons and Japanese schoolgirls everywhere.
That's awesome. Prince Caspian is in there.
We've actually been trying to get in touch with someone living in Antarctica for 3 years.
Even before I came here, I've been here 2 years, and the day I came on, they said, do you know anybody in Antarctica?
Right. And we almost sent you packing when you said no, but then you lied and said yes, and it didn't work out. But this looks like it's the perfect opportunity for us to finally bag an Antarctic correspondent. And we need one badly.
So winter is just beginning at the world's ass, and we have big plans for that frozen wasteland. There are some things that we want our Antarctic friend to smash into pieces. Stuff like, well, we have some stuff right here. We have
this is a poly cotton blend Attack of the Show t-shirt.
That's right.
Fantastic. Not pre-shrunk. But we'd love to freeze it and smash it.
We'd also love to send you guys an iPhone. You can freeze and smash.
Or a baby. Right. You can smash a baby. Aww.
Breastfeeding.
Powdered. Is that soy?
It will also be your honor to plant a flag with our faces on it, so please, if you live in Antarctica or are headed there before the winter, email us at peopleinantarctica@gmail.com.
Yeah. Take a break from the boring science experiments, and we'll put an AOTS care package on the last plane to McMurdo Station for you. It's the least we can do.
We love you.
All right, today's number 3 item is from this weekend's Night of Too Many Stars special.
Now, Comedy Central staged a live 2-hour benefit to raise money and awareness for autism. It's kind of annoying because whenever we try to do autism jokes, one of the suits comes down and they stop.
Seriously. But the Comedy Central show managed to make some great, non-offensive bits despite the subject matter, like this live satellite interview with President George W. Bush.
The President of the United States of America, George W. Bush.
How's it hanging, wise ass?
It's really hanging quite well, Mr. President. Let me ask you, as you're winding down the second term as president, any thoughts? Are you in a reflective mood?
Hell no, John. I'm pumped as This is a damn victory lap. I just won the Daytona 500, and now it's time to do some smoky burnouts. And you want to know the first thing I'm going to do when I get out of here?
I'd like to know.
I'm going to crack a bud, watch a Rangers game, and walk around my house naked.
Okay, all right.
Hell, I might even out.
All right, sir.
That's awesome. Okay, so when you think about it, it's been 6 years since Will Ferrell left SNL, and I gotta say, still does the best Bush impression on TV, hands down. Hands down. Hands down. Mr. Will Ferrell.
No, it's a good
It is really good.
impression. It's good, but it's not. I mean, there are some people on TV that do a significantly better job.
No, Kevin, his is way better than yours. I know that for sure.
Hey, Congress. I'm going to legislate from the bully pulpit. Oh, no, there's more. This $600 will solve the economy. Go to hell, habeas corpus. And one more thing. Texas. Thank you.
This is the worst impression ever.
That was fantastic. That was spot on. It would have confused him. Most things do. All right. The star of our number 2 item knows that the only thing more boring than politics is TV reporting on politics. But a good reporter really knows how to get you close to the story.
Yeah, this reporter probably missed that lecture at journalism school.
Probably.
I think that the case for those is so compelling and obvious. He's got passion, and he works at learning the information.
I'm sorry?
I don't think it's working.
Oh, the microphone?
Appointments that will be made to the Supreme Court are too serious for the future of the country.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That guy was remarkably unprofessional.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't catch that.
Today's number 1 video is something that we saw on Friday
Milk, lemonade, round the corner, chocolate made.
We saw it on Friday of last week, but we decided it was clearly Kobe Bryant in a viral marketing spot for Nike. In the clip, Kobe leans over an oncoming car.
That's right. Excuse me,
This is for audio.
Andy!
Quit screwing around. They need to hear your fun kryptonite, old man. I love him, but he makes me say mean things.
Who still has headphones?
They're not even plugged in.
The Lakers would never really let Kobe do that, but of course, it was just a matter of time before the kids started imitating it.
That's right. And today, our short wait is over. Here are just a few of our favorites.
What I'm about to do here, don't try this at home, anyone. Trust your boy? I got this. Don't worry about it, I'll be there, I got it. Yeah, that's how we do it. That's how we jump over a station wagon.
All right.
Wow.
The car did hit the bucket, obviously,
It was
but
really well photoshopped.
look, it appears the kid jumps through the car and not over it. So decent attempt, but it's a little off. They tried.
Hey,
They tried.
That was really great editing on their
Not
part.
bad, right?
If you weren't as clever as we. with you guys?
I think they're bitter, like those Pennsylvanians. No? Out of context.
Okay, well, a lot of people didn't like that jump, but here's another take on the car jump by a less successful faker.
If Schwan goes 80 miles an hour, I can jump the car.
Yeah, Tyson.
And with the support of my friends, I'm gonna do it.
Let's go, Schwan.
They are shenanigans, but I enjoy them.
Right, there's no need to brand them. We all knew what we were getting into with this.
It's fun. I thought they did a good job. But, like, to those last guys, if you don't have the editing software or skills to fake this, don't try to emulate Kobe, please.
No,
But,
just jump over the real deal.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Get it done.
Yeah.
And send your
Could you
video
do
to us first. Don't give it to Break. Give it to us.
Please.
We want the exclusive
We're on
your
TV.
fractured life.
That's better than internet.
To get your daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet.
And you guys don't forget to catch tonight's 10 o'clock show featuring our new ATN After Hours segment where I cleverly edit what we're going to talk about. We will take a gander at
Sexy fitness.
Let me edit.
Please take
We're
your
going to take a gander at a person who instructs fitness on the web.
Right now it's time for the only news you need to know. Here's Kristen Holtz.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, Blockbuster has made an unsolicited bid to buy Circuit City. Plus, T-Mobile says they'll have 3G capability up and running by this summer. And the FAA has approved a new way to fly the friendly skies. It's all coming your way in just a few minutes. But first, back to you guys.
I'm telling you.
We got our own
It's my Anderson Cooper. Thanks, Kristen. Stay right there. We want to know if you, our virtual audience, will pay 3 times the price for 3D movies and... Oh, my God.
And a hardcore journalist sex open.
What?
That's my foot.
Yeah, no, I get what you were going for, but...
Guess the scoop from Jan Jameson about our new zombie stripper movie, Texas.
Then today's Gadget Pod makes getting lost a thing of the past. We'll show you the topographic maps and 3D views that the Garmin Colorado GPS system puts in your hand.
America.
Stick around. You do that.
Enough with the sequels already. Are we having this fight again? Adam versus Adam starts in 60 seconds.
Armorall card, armorall.com.
Do we really need another Dynasty Warriors? Too often, publishers squander development resources on cookie-cutter sequels instead of creating new games. Sequels are common to every storytelling medium. Why should gamers be denied the pleasure of watching their favorite characters develop over time? Where would we be if Link had been allowed to die as an 8-bit sprite? Well, for one thing, we'd have a lot less creepy cosplayers. And for another, who's to say what talented developers could create without the constant pressure to rework that same story over and over? And how many hours have you spent playing the new Madden? I hate you so much. I'm Adam Sessler, and sometimes I wish I wasn't.
What I do? Are we doing this thing?
I'm going to
Time for all the day's biggest headlines, except for the Marilyn Monroe sex tape. 'Cause
Whoa.
That's not really the feed's bag, you know what I'm saying?
But is it real? Is it really
I think it's
tape
real,
out
yeah.
there?
1.5 mil.
Awesome.
Better be real.
That is sick. All right, here's the only non-perv news you need to know.
I'm Kristen Holt. Let's get to it. It turns out Blockbuster made an unsolicited bid to buy Circuit City for $1 billion back in February. Circuit City said they have questions about the structure, sources, and uses of funds before the merger happens. According to Blockbuster, the proposed merger would create an $18 billion company that would be uniquely positioned to capitalize on the growing convergence of media content and electronic devices. The deal would allow Blockbuster to open up new avenues of distribution to better compete with Netflix and bring its recently announced movie set-top box to the retail marketplace. They're not acquiring anyone, but they're looking to become a major player. T-Mobile is making use of the $4 billion worth of the wireless spectrum they purchased in the FCC auction. They've announced that this summer they'll be offering 3G wireless service. They claim that their new phones are able to switch between Wi-Fi networks and 3G to provide a greater area of coverage. T-Mobile is one of the smaller companies, but they've managed to become a leader in messaging with their popular Sidekick. The addition of 3G will help the company compete more aggressively against the big three, Verizon, Sprint, and AT&T. Meanwhile, movie studios are looking to compete with the growing home theater market, and they think they've found their answer. Jack up ticket prices and lure customers into the theater with 3D technology. The upcoming releases of big-budget movies like James Cameron's Avatar and Disney Pixar's Bolt are scheduled to be released in 3D, and DreamWorks Animation says that by next year, all their films will be made in 3D. Even George Lucas is remastering all 6 of the Star Wars films for a 3D release. Since the 3D experience can't be replicated in home theaters, they're counting on the technology being a draw. Mystery solved! We finally have the answer to who cut the underwater internet cables a couple of months ago. Authorities in the United Arab Emirates used satellite pictures to identify ships in the area at the time the cables were severed, and 2 ships were spotted. One of them was a Korean ship that was released after paying a $60,000 fine to Flag Telecom, the owner of the undersea cables. Flag Telecom's customers suffered internet outages for 2 weeks after the incident. The other ship identified was Iraqi. 2 crewmen have been arrested, and it doesn't look like their boat is going to be released anytime soon. And finally, the FAA has accepted the Aeros Craft Aeros for certification. The Aeros is 210 feet long, 5,000 square feet large, and is classified as a 4th type of air vehicle. It works by using a combination of buoyancy, like a blimp, and lift, like a plane, to stay afloat on air. It can also launch off a runway vertically. However, it's strictly for leisure travel. It only goes 120 knots at top speed. So don't get in line for tickets just yet. We're a long way from rides on the airship. The company won't be ready to do test flights for at least another 3 years. That's it for today, but don't worry, the feed doesn't stop here. Stay tuned to G4 all day and look for the feed ticker at the bottom of your screen. We'll have all the news you need to know as it happens. I'm Kristen Holt, and you've just been fed.
And believe it or not, there's more news still ahead.
That's right. Let's check in with Morgan to get the day's gaming headlines and see what Xplay has next.
Thanks, guys. We have got a great show for you tonight. We have the broadcast premiere of 2 new Grand Theft Auto 4 videos that should piss off a few politicians. And we have some in-depth analysis of the new Call of Duty 4 maps. Plus, we hit the dungeons as we review Baroque for the PS2 and the Wii. Then we'll take a look at what's making games great these days as we run down the top 5 best recent gaming trends. All that and more at 8. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Morgan. Yeah, it's time for you to hear from you guys in virtual audience, right?
That's right. Our virtual audience, by the way, it's powered by Stickcam. Virtual audience, assemble! Hold on a second while that enthusiasm carries over. Can we... All right, as we just told you in the feed, movie studios are planning on releasing more movies in 3D, but they might be charging up to $15 more per ticket.
That's 25.
Yeah, 75 bucks to see a movie. Justin, is this a good idea?
I think it's a really bad idea. Honestly, ticket price is already like 10 bucks as it is. 10, 15 more bucks is going to make it pretty expensive just to see 3D movies.
Do you go see a lot of films already, Justin? Are you like a big movie guy?
Yeah, well, I go into movie theaters a lot.
And do 3D films do it for you?
No, they don't.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you don't like 3D films, you're probably not going to be willing to pay more for
I mean, well, Beowulf, like, would that be worth like
Beowulf was only worth it in 3D, and that was barely at 12 bucks. So yeah.
So would it be worth it in 25?
No,
so that's
probably not.
Even if he did watch 3D, like, is it worth it?
But let's assume High School Musical 6 is shot in 3D. I'm on FineDehalo right now.
All right,
you know what I'm saying? It's a movie by movie thing.
Justin, I want to ask you, what do you want to see in a 3D movie that would make the extra price admission worth it?
Like kind of like really like more like 60, like having like real movie in time experience, like things flying action and stuff.
That'd be cool. Maybe like smells, and you can, like, people give you free food, and like, what else would?
Well, that's what, like ArcLight does 21 and older showings. I'll watch the SpongeBob movie if I get somebody delivering alcohol to me in my seat.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. But you add 2 extra dimensions plus that, it might be worth the extra 15.
Maybe. Service.
Maybe. Finally, folks, it seems that every new product has a viral marketing campaign around it. The most recent one we showed you, of course, on Around the Net was jumping cars. Now everybody's thinking that has something to do with Nike. Matt, what do you think about these viral marketing campaigns? Are you sick and tired of them, or are you a big fan?
Oh, I'm a huge fan of viral marketing campaigns. I'm actually involved in the new Dark Knight viral marketing campaign that's going on right now. It's great.
I love Dark Knight. When we were gone, they had bowling balls that went around. I was so upset that we weren't here. Oh, I was.
But no,
I heard about it. Well, there's a bowling ball here that somebody has, and I know who you are, and I like it.
Well, Matt, when you say you're involved, what exactly do you mean by you're involved with the Dark Knight campaign?
I mean that I'm trying to participate as best I can, not that I'm behind it or anything.
I thought you said you created it. Like you was helping marketing it.
No. Matt's here as part of viral marketing for the Dark Knight to appear on Attack of the Show.
Wow.
That's what's going on right here.
You're really good over there.
Very meta.
Well, do you ever feel duped when there's like something that you thought was really cool and it just turns out to be an over elaborate publicity stunt? Or are you just like, yeah, I'm in the big cog of consumerism?
Well, you know, I'll tell you what. Most of the time, if something is viral marketing, it's usually been unmasked and revealed by some clever internet person or someone that actually is behind the viral marketing, pretending to be a clever internet person. So
you don't care. You don't care when it's a viral marketing.
Yeah, it's usually unmasked almost right away.
That is true. It comes out right away. But when that unmasking happens, some people get upset.
Yeah, but freaking Dark Knight looks sick. Like
well,
bowling
yes,
balls?
if there's one thing we take away from that, Olivia likes bowling balls. Are we all on the same page here? Great. So Brunswick, send her I don't know if they make bowling balls, but let's get an Olivia Munn bowling ball, please.
They won't. All right, virtual audience, you are dismissed.
All right, everybody else pay attention, though, because G4's got some really great TV rolled together with 15 hours of 420 coverage. Call your dealers. It's going to be a long day. Kicking off the day is G4's premiere of the Stoner Classic, Half Baked. And Attack of the Show hits reggae heaven for Jamaica 420 special.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, teaser, we're both in bikinis, the whole special.
Yes, we are.
Me and Kevin. Then, Code Monkeys is back with an all-new 420 episode, and G4 is bringing you Reese's Madhouse. It's a special take on the classic Reefer Madness. Catch G4's 420 special. I had to say it like 20 times.
You got it. We're good.
I still can't get it. You guys, starting at 1 on that Sunday, check out g4tv.com/420 for info and updates. Still ahead, in the loop, Yahoo is still courting two rich suitors. Microsoft and Google, when will Yahoo settle down and go steady with just one of them? Experts will loop us in.
And later, Zach sits down with Jenna Jameson to discuss her new movie, which is not in 3D. It's Zombie Strippers. The feed is presented by ITT, providing you a place to prepare for your digital future. For details about ITT Technical Institute, go to itttech.edu.
Hey everybody, let's go over to Kevin, who's waiting out his personal bidding war between Alta Vista and LexisNexis. Fingers crossed.
It's like being in 8th grade all over again. Microsoft likes Yahoo, but Yahoo has a crush on Google, but Google kind of likes being single. And then AOL was caught passing a heart-shaped note to Yahoo. Don't worry, breathe, relax. The Loop is going to sort it all out. Yahoo's looking for a savior, but so far nobody's stepping in. After weeks of posturing and a hard deadline of April 26th fast approaching, Microsoft appears to be no closer to acquiring Yahoo. All the while, Jerry Yang and company have been rolling out anything that might raise Yahoo's profile, including a deal with Major League Baseball, a test partnership with Google, voice search for mobile phones, a lifestyle website for women, and video sharing capabilities on Flickr. Yahoo's also been talking with AOL about a proposed deal that would merge their collective online operations. Will Yahoo remain independent, or will they be swallowed whole by Microsoft? And why are some analysts saying that Google may be the real winner? It's The Loop. Alrighty, my guest tonight in New York, Deputy Editor of Special Projects for Forbes.com, and dare I say it, a Loop All-Star. David E. Walt joins us yet again. Welcome back to The Loop, David. How are you?
Thanks, I'm doing good.
Good to have you. Listen, rumors of a Microsoft buyout of Yahoo started, I think, probably swirling around last May. Microsoft officially disclosed their proposal on February 1st of this year. What has happened since then? I mean, when this story first broke, it was like, hey, Microsoft's buying Yahoo whether they like it or not. Now it seems like everybody's buying Yahoo whether they like it or not.
Yeah, the big thing that happened was, of course, Microsoft comes out with this $44 billion offer, but Yahoo and Jerry Yang do not want to be bought. And what you kind of have to understand is the way that you know, not just Yahoo, but a lot of companies in the Valley look at Microsoft as the evil empire.
Right.
They really don't like Microsoft. They don't want to work with Microsoft. They're forced to a lot of the time. They don't enjoy it. And so Yahoo has done everything it can in the last month to try to find a way out of this deal. It's kind of last resort for them is agreeing to become Steve Ballmer's toy. You know, they don't want to do that. So they're talking to anybody they can. They're doing everything they can to increase the valuation of the company.
Well, I
to
guess
find any sort of other option.
That's sort of the other question I have then, David, is that, you know, you say Yahoo definitely does not want to be purchased. Is that the case, or is it just they don't want to be purchased by Microsoft? Or, at this point, will they take an AOL or a Google or anybody they can get other than the Microsoft machine?
Yeah, you just nailed it right there. I mean, this is a company that they're not going to survive on their own. They need to partner. They need to find a way to revitalize their business. They just don't want it to be Microsoft. That's why they've been talking to, in recent weeks, there's, you know, that they've been talking to Time Warner and AOL and talking to News Corp and talking to Google. I mean, they will find anybody else that they can, as long as it's not Microsoft.
Right, because if there's any brand that a mature brand should attach itself to, it's AOL at this point. That sounds like a fantastic plan.
It's true, and it's sort of a sign of their desperation. You know, when a company is like, oh, wow, it'll save everything if we can just partner up with AOL.
Right. Maybe we could go ask Jeeves and get that butler on our side. Like, he's really classy. Now, here's one thing that Yahoo's doing. Other than grasping at other failed brands, they're also rolling out several big announcements. I mean, they've got everything from Flickr video to new tools. It sounds like they're kind of Google labbing the internet in an attempt to bolster their profile and sort of increase their sell price. Is that the sense that you're getting from Yahoo's new features?
Yeah, that's true. What's happening is that this is not a terribly desirable company right now, but they've got to make themselves look pretty to anybody who might want to invest in them. And part of it is they know that Microsoft, you know, Microsoft came in initially offering this combined cash and stock offer of $44 billion, and now the value's kind of gone down. But Microsoft doesn't want to raise their bid. They don't want to have to borrow more money to do this. So anything that Yahoo can do to kind of say, oh, look, our company is worth more today than it was a month ago. Microsoft, you got to raise this bid. Or maybe they can drive Microsoft off entirely because Steve Ballmer doesn't want to say, all right, you win, here's another $6 billion.
Is this tactic working for them, David? Like, are people actually seeing this? Because I got to imagine the people in the business that would actually be looking at a company like Yahoo would see right through that sort of tactic.
Yeah, it's not working too well. I mean, when you get really down to it, what hasn't changed about this company in the last month is the fundamentals of the business. You know, they can roll out all the Flickr video they want and, you know, have new interesting like search experiments, but the company fundamentally hasn't changed. What they have helped do by all this is kind of gotten attention and sort of made people think, well, maybe we should look at Yahoo, but it hasn't really changed the underlying value.
That's true. At least their name is back in the headlines when I search for it using
Yeah, people are talking
Google
about them in a sort of a positive way.
True. Now, last week, analysts were saying that the Vista operating system is collapsing, which obviously we didn't need an analyst for. You could ask anybody. And everybody's saying it's essential that Microsoft acquires Yahoo to sort of maybe help the OS itself along or help their name along. Do you agree with that?
Well, yeah, I think that's important. I mean, Microsoft this kind of goes beyond Vista to a fundamental business problem for Microsoft, where they have become so big and in many ways so successful. I mean, when you run the operating system on most of the computers in the entire world, you kind of can't grow out anymore in that direction. So what Microsoft has to do now, especially with their latest effort to, you know, get more money out of the operating system and Vista flailing, they're kind of saying, well, what can we do? How can we keep growing as a company? And the way they're thinking to do it is, well, let's go into online advertising more. This is a growing business. This is something that's been successful for us in small ways. So let's buy this company. It's sort of like a last ditch, like, well, you know, Vista and the OS didn't work so much, so let's sell some ads.
That's very true. All right, David, very quickly, when all is said and done, you know, if you had to make your prediction now, who do you think is going to end up with Yahoo, and how soon is it going to happen?
Oh man, I wouldn't bet against the monkey boy here. You know, Steve Ballmer is a big, intimidating guy in the business world, and he's going to get what he wants. I wouldn't be surprised if there was an announcement of a deal this week. Definitely in the next 2 weeks. I think it's going to happen pretty fast. He's going to get what he wants.
I'd love to see him chanting acquisitions on stage with the sweaty pits, with the same zeal that he was chanting developers. That would be a YouTube video worth watching. All right, David, of course, always a pleasure to have you here. Thanks for stopping by and keeping us in the loop. All right, now Zach Selwyn is back here safe and sound after encountering zombies on a very dangerous mission for this very show. Zach?
That's right, Kevin. The good news is that I got to hang out with my ex-girlfriend, Jenna Jameson. The bad news, she just retired from porn. Oh, I know. Sucks. I still had fun hanging out with Jenna and finding out all about her new zombie flick. Check it. Jenna's back and making her first appearance outside of porn in a flesh flick of a different kind.
Believe it or not, zombies.
Miss Jenna Jameson, you're in Zombie Strippers. What is this movie about?
Well, it's kind of telltale, right? They're zombie strippers.
In Zombie Strippers, a government virus makes its way into a Nebraska strip club and turns the dancers into the Walking Dead.
My name in the movie is Kat, and she's kind of a hard-hitting, snappy, rude bitch. So it wasn't a big stretch. You got it or you don't, baby. And I get killed early on, and I become the ultimate zombie, and I get to eat people.
How long were you sitting in makeup chairs and going through the special effects and all that kind of
Well,
stuff?
in the beginning, it was only, a 2-hour process, and then it slowly progressed to sometimes 6 hours in the chair. I wasn't really used to that. I'm used to being beautified. So being taken in a separate direction for me was a massive departure.
Made uglier.
Made ugly.
Now, when the strippers get bit or infected, they become more aggressive, they become better strippers. How did the hybrid zombie stripper dance that you do come about?
Well, when I talked to the director, he said, pour it on, girl, go nuts, feel possessed. So when I went out there, I just kind of shredded. It was funny because after I did it, everybody stood up and applauded. It was so much fun. Seriously, it was the most fun I've ever had on a film, and that's saying something.
Well, here's $1.
Thank you.
Well done. Thanks, Jenna. Congratulations, Zombie Strippers, my new favorite movie.
It takes more than desperation to get out there on that stage.
Have that $1 back.
Oh.
I still have that $1, by the way. I'm selling it on eBay for $2. Zombie Strippers hits theaters for a limited engagement on April 18th.
Can I just say I love that. So the movie's called Zombie Strippers.
What's it about?
That's awesome. Well done.
That's nice. I mean, she's retired her vagina. And it's
Just hung the old wizard sleeve out to dry and moving right along.
She's done a lot of work, got a lot of money. Glad you got to geek out with Jenna, Zach, and nice to see you again. It's time now for the rest of us to geek out with toys.
Ooh.
Very exciting. It's a new show at Gallery 1988 in Los Angeles. Now, Mattel gave 40 of the hottest emerging artists a 6x9-inch Volkswagen van to customize.
The results were displayed at the Toys Show along with other art that was influenced by all the toys and fun stuff and games that we played with as kids. So if you're in Los Angeles, check out the show at Gallery 1988. And to see more geek-inspired artwork, just go to g4tv.com/AOTS.
We should go together.
I'm going to go tomorrow, actually, probably. You want to go?
Thanks for inviting me.
No, I sent you the invite. You didn't get it? That's weird. I'm going to go check my phone.
Okay. Go check it.
No,
don't go anywhere. Okay, don't go anywhere, everybody. Coming up, we'll show you how to throw your own Hadouken fireball. Step in science.
There it is right there. And later, your gadget prawn of the day is the Garmin Colorado 400T GPS system. It'll get you where you want to be with an amazing 3D view feature. We'll see you in a bit.
So where's that e-bike?
Just what I thought. Summer's almost here in Southern California, and that means another dangerous fire season.
That's right, which is very exciting because today we have something we'd like to bring to you. It's called Effin' Science. It's an experiment. Let's show you how to make your very own ball o' fire. Please use the power we bestow upon you responsibly.
Use it on cats. In 1957, Mr. Jerry Lee Lewis sang to us about great balls of fire. But today, in the name of science, we're going one step further to teach you how to make that ball of fire. That's right. Put down your Street Fighter, because here comes a real-life Hadouken. First, you'll need a piece of cloth, and 100% cotton is best. Grab a pair of scissors and cut out a strip about 2 by 5 inches long. Then roll the cloth into a ball. Take about 5 feet of string and thread it through a needle. Poke the needle through the ball and roll the string around it. Now, push it through again so it doesn't unravel and rip off the extra string. You should end up with something like this. And if you're really ballsy, you can make 2 of them. Now, we take some lighter fluid and soak the balls in it. Try not to overfill them, and remember the fabric will absorb the fluid quite easily. Also notice that we're careful not to get any of this on our hands, because we don't need those lighting up as well, especially since this burns for quite a long time. We're also careful not to touch the top orange flame, because that's where it's the hottest. Want to know why the whole thing isn't burning to a crisp? Well, since the ball is wrapped up tight, no air can get inside of it, so only the outside burns. The flame is a result of the burning gas, and since the gas is highly combustible, it needs very little air. Meanwhile, because the heat is rising, the base of the ball is the coolest. So our hands can withstand this heat for a small amount of time. Now that doesn't mean it isn't hot, and that's why we always keep the balls moving. By the way, please do not attempt this, because we are trained professionals. So, what have we learned? Well, we've learned that by using just a little bit of cloth, a pair of scissors, some lighter fluid, cotton string, and a needle, we can create an awesome ball of fire. Now that's science.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Current TV. We're your hosts, Livy and Kevin.
We call them pods, they're different.
Today we've got the tech toys for the traveling gadget guy. Free up some carry-on space. It's time to attack this. They're always hanging out, trying to be cool, like everybody.
Status bars on their screens.
They're hip. First up, everybody, we've got the Western Digital My Passport Elite. Measuring at 5 inches long and about a ½ inch thick, this little backup drive will fit in almost any pocket, no matter how tight you wear your pants. Like me, no CD installation is required, as the Elite comes preloaded with all its software, so you can auto backup your PC and access your other computers remotely. Available in 4 colors with 250 and 320 gig models. You can pick them up for $170 and $200 respectively. Next up, we've got IO Gear's portable media player. This handy-dandy device stores up to 120 gigs of media, whether it be MPEG, DivX. It even includes subtitle and DVD menu support. The portable media player outputs to your viewing device via composite and even up-converts your standard def videos to 720p through components. The unit is compact at 5 1/4 inches long and comes complete with remote. Throw down $350 to plug and play your videos anywhere. Now, sometimes traveling gets boring and not every car has a built-in DVD player. The Sun Visor Car Entertainment Center is the best travel companion a guy or girl can have. Built with a 7-inch HD LCD touchscreen, DVD player, TV antenna, FM receiver, and an SD card slot, you can be pretty sure you won't run out of things to watch on this bad boy. Now, you can attach even more media through USB and composite inputs, and the device even supports rear view cameras. It's available for only $130. Finally, we've got the Vander LED MW2 cell phone watch. Hello. This fabulous piece of gadget accessory sports a 1.3-inch touchscreen, a 1.3 megapixel camera, and dual stereo Bluetooth support. The watch is stylish with LCD display, 7 different display colors, and a dial pad on the strap. The MW2 also has a nice USB port to upload up to 1 gig of MP3s. A full charge will get you about 240 hours on standby and 300 minutes of talk time. Buy it SIM-lock free for $475. You guys head on over to G4TV.com/AOTS for info on all these gadgets, techs, and more. Don't go anywhere. We don't want to get you guys lost. So we've got the review of the rugged Garmin Colorado GPS system and gadgets on. Stick around.
If you dig this, then you dug this, cause I'm all about the nerd life, word life. If you dig this, then you dug this, cause I'm all about the nerd life, word life.
So next time you guys are reading for free at a newsstand, you might see a familiar face in the latest issue of Esquire.
Oh,
there he is.
yes.
No, right here.
Yeah,
Right here.
Oh.
Great. And just so you know, that is my vagina, just a gaping hole.
Look at that.
You can't really see it.
A big black
I even
hole.
make a joke at the expense of the blind, but it doesn't really matter because they can't read, so whatever.
Esquire's, I guess it's cool.
awesome.
I haven't heard of it myself because I'm always busy reading Ocean Drive in Espanol.
What?
Which is, it's for my people. I don't know if you're familiar with that. There's
Kevin's in Ocean Drive!
most of the interview revolves around, genital strikes, or as they call it in Spanish, cracking the huevos.
Let's see. Let me read this.
There you go. You can learn how to say nerds in Spanish if you read it.
Venganza de los nerds.
Congrats to both of us. Good night, everybody.